Hello everyone, my name is Niall. How are you all doing? More F1 2018, Leclerc Hockenheim. The game's deciding for us that we're not ready to go yet, apparently. There we go. This video, I don't really have too much of a plan, but I just wanted to chat about some things again and talk to you about what I've been thinking about recently. A lot of my videos recently have kind of been one of two types. I've been making videos based around mental health and how important that is, but also how important it is to give it to people in a more casual manner and not just throw facts at their face and be more relaxed about it, if you get what I mean. And other videos, which I haven't done as many of yet, where I'm just having fun and trying to be funny. But yeah, I mean, this is a decent race in the background. Making a move on Perez here, not very bad. And he gets me back again immediately, but yeah, I mean, this video is kind of falling somewhere in between a bit more, and I just wanted to chat about a few things and a few ideas for the channel that I have and some things that have been in my mind again. But yeah, like I said, these videos on mental health, I really want to be able to make more of them, and I don't want it to be this subject which people hardly talk about or people avoid talking about, because it's quite often the case. It's become almost like a taboo subject. And it's time we got rid of that, I think. So yeah, that's kind of my goal with those kinds of videos, and I'm looking forward to making a lot more in the future, and I've got a few ideas for some coming up. In the process of making one now, actually, in F1 2017 again. But yeah. This race actually was my second ever race in F1 2018. You've seen my first hopefully already. And yeah, it wasn't quite as exciting, quite as intense as the last one, but some pretty good racing, and I felt like I got into a rhythm for the first time as well. Around Hockenheim again. Nice to be back, I quite like the track driving it. Even though it might not be one of the best on the calendar in terms of excitement. It's not that bad, to be honest, it's a lot better than some of them. But yeah, I mean, Williams having to go at this, Sergei Sorokin. No, thank you, sir. Still there. This corner was fun, by the way. Trying to get it right, especially the first few laps, and you've got no idea where you're supposed to brake. I turned off the racing line at some point last year in the game, so I'd always played with the racing line on, and I turned it off for this year, in time for this year. And it's made the game a lot more fun. I mean, obviously you're not hitting apexes as often, but it's still really fun. It improves the game a lot. So that's my advice to anybody who plays with the racing line on, turn it off. But yeah, one thing I wanted to mention is that I heard just the other day that somebody I'm really inspired by on YouTube has passed away. Her name is Claire Wineland, and if you didn't know her, then you should definitely research her, because she was such an inspiration to so many people, not just me. She managed to affect so many people's lives through what she was doing. She's one of the reasons I started posting stuff to my channel, and she is the reason I decided to go ahead and make this voiceover. She suffered from cystic fibrosis, which is a problem of the lungs, and it really affected her everyday life. Yeah, listening to her videos on YouTube and listening to her thoughts about the world and the way she perceives it is really inspiring, and something that kind of relates to what I was saying in another video that might be up already or might be putting up soon, about how if you look at things and realise how your situation in life right now is temporary, it's not permanent whatsoever, how that can give you such a different mentality on everything, and how it can often make you feel a lot more positive about your situation if you're undergoing adversity and if you're feeling like you're somewhere you shouldn't be, and something along the lines of that. And if you take the time to realise that it's coming to an end soon, then it doesn't make it as scary, it makes it seem a lot less scary. And you realise that, okay, well, things are bad now, but in the future maybe they'll be alright again. I'm sure they will be soon. And she used to look at that because her life expectancy was never very long, and she'd always be told about how she was expected to make it to 16 years old, 18 years old, 20 years old. It kept going up. And how every time her life expectancy went up, and every time she imagined living longer and living a full-on life, the one that we take for granted, she'd have this almost extra pressure, because she'd realised that she's planned out her life. Her whole mentality was just focused on the next few years, about what she can do in the next few years, and what she's able to do, and what kind of mark she's able to leave on everyone. And as soon as you add in the fact that she could be around for so much longer, it changes everything. And it's such an interesting mentality, and such an interesting way to look at things, because if you're undergoing any kind of issue, any kind of adversity, any kind of illness, then it can be quite easy to think this is how it's going to be for the rest of my life, and nothing's going to ever change. But it's not the case. Things are going to change whether you like it or not. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. And it's just important to remember and get everything to scale, and realise that actually it's not going to last too long. But yeah, I apologise if you can hear any background noise at the moment. But yeah, there are always moments in life where you realise how valuable life is, and you can feel the want to live a lot more, and she explored that so much. And yeah, I just wanted to dedicate something to her because she's such an inspiration to me. And yeah, I just went back on my last recording and realised the microphone was picking it up. I'm so sorry about that, but I hope it's not too distracting. But in all honesty, modern F1 cars do sound a lot like Hoovers, so it fits right in really. And yeah, that wasn't a bad race, P15. It was nice getting into a good rhythm, a few decent laps. I think the last one was pretty good, and even though I cut the corner at one point, got a tiny penalty for that. Still a little one. I think I held on to my position in the end. But yeah, it was really fun, not a bad race. Kimi Räikkönen looking sort of... He's still too animated, isn't he? Let's be honest. It's an improvement in recent years, but he's still too happy. He's actually won a lot of races in this game that I've raced in anyway. It's a shame it's not the same in real life. Oh, I wish he'd have held on the other day. He deserves a win, to be honest. I mean, I'd rather Leclerc was in the Ferrari, to be honest, but still, it'd be nice to see him win again. There we go, P15. Not too bad. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again soon.